Good morning students, welcome to the online classes. Here Mrs. Nadia, class 10 science teacher. Today we start bridge course. Bridge course means what you learned in the previous year. In that some important topic we will discuss today. You have learned in physical chemistry topics so many important lessons you learned. In that one of the useful and important lesson is metals and non-metals. Metals and non-metals, before entering the topic, you have to know about elements. In previous classes, you learnt about elements. What is mean by element? Element is a pure substance made by a single atom. Any substance, any things, it is made up of a single atom. That is called element. It's a pure substance. For example, we can say all 118 or nowadays 125 elements also found. In that 125 elements, there are examples: copper, aluminium, carbon, etc. For example, air, what we are breathing, that also is the element. It's a gas form of element. So, element is a pure substance made by a single atom. Example, copper, aluminium, carbon. Elements can be classified as two types. That is metals and non-metals. So, today we are going to discuss about the metals and non-metals, their characteristics, where we are getting from, what is the nature of in that, types of metals, and physical and the chemical properties. Okay. The metals, where we are getting from, occurrence of metals. Metals occurs from nature as a free elements or in the form of compounds. I told you before what is mean by element. It's made up of a single atom, pure substance. So like that, metals occurs from the nature. It is we are getting from the nature as a free elements or in the form of compounds. What is mean by compounds? What is mean by compound? Compound means more than one element together. It's called compounds. For example, sodium hydroxide is there. Example. The metals occurs from the nature as a free element or in the form of compound also. Another way, the earth crust is a major sources of metals. Whenever the earth crust will be, by the time the metals will be from the nature. So there are two ways metals occurs from the nature and from the earth crust. Next topic is examples for metals and non-metals. And in day-to-day life, we are using many things that all is made up of metals and non-metals. Example for metals: aluminium, Al2. The molecular formula is, chemical molecular formula is Al2, copper, Cu, magnesium, Mg, gold, Au, silver, Ag. These are the important metals, and we'll see later on what are the uses of metals. Example for non-metals: carbon, oxygen, nitrogen. So these are the examples for non-metals. Now the next topic is physical properties of metals. Metals have some physical properties, then only become metals. Metals are lustrous. Lustrous means it's a pure state form and it's looking like shiny. That is lustrous. The first physical character is lustrous. Next, malleable. Malleable means can be beaten into thin sheet. Any metal can be beaten into a thin sheet. That is called malleable. Next property, ductile. Ductile, to drawn into a thin wires. For example, copper wires are there. Even the gold, we can make it to very thin wires. So that is ductile. Next, metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. It can be conduct, it can absorb the heat and electricity. For example, copper, aluminium, silver, these are the examples for good conductors of electricity. In the metals, even the poor conductors also is there, that is lead and mercury. Mercury it is using in a thermometers, and lead it is using in a pencil, and then some other materials to make up. So the metals are good conductors and the bad conductors also. Examples I have given. Next character is sonorous. Sonorous means metals can produce sound. If we beat metals, it will be make a sound, that is sonorous. So these are the properties of metals. Once again it will be physical properties of metals are lustrous, malleable, ductile, it's a good conductor of electricity and sonorous. Now the next topic is chemical properties of metals. Metals, when it will be combined with the chemicals, it will be produced some new products. That is, what happens, the first one, what happens when metals are burnt in air. First, what happens when metals are burnt in air? Air means in the gas, oxygen. For example, the metal will be combined with oxygen, means what will get the product. Almost all the metals combine with oxygen to form metal oxides. The metal will be combined with the oxygen, means will be the metal oxides. Metal plus oxygen, metal oxide. In the previous class only you studied about the chemical reactions, molecular formulas and the chemical reactions. Now for example, 2 molecules of copper, it will be combined with oxygen, it will be give copper 2 oxide. This is the chemical reaction. Example for the chemicals. For example, 2 copper molecules will be combined with oxygen, it will be gives copper 2 oxide. So here the metal, copper is a metal, combined with the oxygen, the air, it will be give to copper 2 oxide. This is the molecular formula. 2 molecules of copper and oxygen. It's the balance equation you already learned in that. 2 molecules of copper will combine with the oxygen. It will be gives 2 molecules of copper oxide. This is copper oxide. So always the oxygen it will be used as oxides, metal oxides. This is the first chemical properties of metal. Next property, what happens when metals react with water? Before you know in that water molecular formula is H2O. If once you know the molecular formula, then only children you can write the equations. So what happens when the metals react with water? Metals react with water and produce a metal oxide and hydrogen gas. So along with the metal oxide, it will produce hydrogen gas also. For example, Ca, calcium plus calcium will be combined with 2 molecules of water. It will be gives calcium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. So here calcium hydroxide is a compound. Calcium is a metal, water, it will be combined with calcium. Metal will combine with water, it will be gives calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Next example, 2 molecules of aluminium will be combined with water and it will be produce aluminium oxide plus hydrogen gas. So the metal will be combined with the water, means we will get the metal oxide plus hydrogen gas. Aluminium oxide, calcium hydroxide is the oxides, metal oxides. Then extra we will get the hydrogen gas. Next, what happens when the metal react with acids? The metal will be react with acids, means what we will get? Metals react with acid and produce salt and hydrogen gas. Salt. Whenever the metal will react with any type of acids, will be produce salt and hydrogen gas. For example, zinc is a metal. It will be combined with hydrochloric acid. 2 molecules of hydrochloric acid. HCl means hydrochloric acid. The zinc will be combined with the hydrochloric acid. We will get zinc chloride. Zinc chloride is a salt. Zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas. Next example, magnesium is a metal. It will be combined with the 2 molecules of hydrochloric acid. We will get magnesium chloride salt plus hydrogen gas. So the metals will be react with the acids. We will get the salt plus hydrogen gas. So children, we discuss about the metals, occurrence of metals, physical properties of metals and chemical properties of metals. And now we are going to see the non-metals. What is mean by non-metals? Non-metals are examples carbon, oxygen and sulfur. Non-metals have opposite properties of metals. So what are the properties of the metals? What are the physical properties of metals? That is opposite for the non-metals. For example, metals either solid or liquid or gases. But in the metals, Most of the metals are solid except mercury. Mercury is a liquid in a metal. Like that, either it may be solid or liquid or gases. They are neither malleable or ductile. They are bad conductors of electricity. Non-metals are bad conductors of electricity. Students, now we will recap what we studied in the class. First, we discussed about the elements, what is meant by elements, and I have given the examples. And the elements are classified as two types, metals and non-metals. Then I have explained you occurrence of metals, where we are getting from the metals, and examples of metals I have given, and non-metals examples also I have given. Then metals divided into Then we discuss about the physical properties of metals and then chemical properties of metals. Next topic we discuss about the non-metals, examples I have told you, then what are the properties of non-metals and the examples I have given. This much for today's class. Next I am going to give the assignments for this. Children, now I am going to give the assignment for this chapter. You have to write in 100 pages notebook. First, list out the metals and non-metals with their molecular formula. For example, write the name of the metals, and its molecular formulas. Write the physical properties of metals and non-metals. What are the physical properties of metals and non-metals? You have to differentiate, or you can list out the physical properties and the chemical properties. Write the physical properties of metals and non-metals. That's it. Thank you.